whatever decision he does make, it's going to work out for him just because he put the work in.
Literally talking 8th grade, he was cut by every AAU team in this area.
We purposely didn't kind of ask him anything after like the finalization of the last visit because we really wanted to save it and talk about it today.
And now he's a senior and his selection is down to Kentucky, Duke, or UConn.
I do not think that there's a wrong choice in this situation. It's just you have to be ready for it and you have to come with a clear mindset, ready to work, and that's what he's going to be able to do.
Let's just jump right into it and just share your thoughts on like each coach in terms of like the relationship, the connection, and what it was like interacting with their wives and spending time with with them, like what I mean, because at the end of the day, we're essentially giving our kid to their family, and so we have to be comfortable with the idea of Mark Pope and his wife, or John and his wife, playing a major role in his development, not only as a player, but more so as a person. And so I think it'd be really dope for you to share your perspective from a mom's lens of like, all right, cool. Like this was my experience with each, and I would like this, I didn't like that. So I think we should just start there.
Yeah, she's very protective. Coach Pope's wife over the boys. She made a point to tell me she's kindly threatened people,
right?
Laughing ways. I was like, oh, I like her. She's funky.
Right.
And then of course, when we were there at Twitchire's house, I got to talk to his wife for a long time.
Right.
And it was nice, being around their kids and their friends' kids that they were, also taking in for visits too. So I could tell I like how it seemed like very open type of situation.
I didn't meet Early's family, but with Shire was cool. I think he's trying to lay back similar to me, but he talks a little more. His wife was really cool. She was like really nice, always smiling and everything. His kids like really young, so like you can't really talk to them, but they run around, always smiling, having fun. Yeah. Pope, like him and his wife, like you said, kind of like makes sense. Like you could see why they're like together. Spontaneous, a cool word, I guess.
What are you still weighing?
Not much for at this point. I kind of think I know I know 3 schools, of course. I know what I liked each school, know what I didn't like. At this point, it's kind of just deciding which one I really want. I kind of already had my pros, my cons, and everything. So,
what are some of the cons that you have or concerns at this point?
Duke, you kind of just don't know what's going on. Great program, great coaching. I actually believe what Shire's doing is working, but they just have you don't know what Con's gonna do. You don't know what Isaiah's gonna do. You don't know what Caleb and Proctor are gonna do. So, you kind of can't really gauge that as well as the other two. Like UConn, I know what's going on. Kentucky, I kind of know what's going on, roster-wise.
Yeah.
Kentucky, it's just you're kind of betting on Pope. I'll be there his second year. We'll be losing his whole starting 5 and his 6th and 7th man. So, you're kind of just betting on him being a great coach and being basketball smart.
With the Duke situation, do you feel comfortable playing beside Caleb Foster or Tyrese Proctor if one of those 2 guys were to retire? Would you feel comfortable in that space?
Yeah, I think so. Every school will have another elite guard next to me, so I wouldn't let 1 guard or 2 guards really deter me, because at the end of the day, 3 guards play on the court at once sometimes. So, you guys just, in those situations, going to be perfect, just all you. And honestly, as a freshman, I don't need to got 1 to be all me. Maybe sometimes, no matter what league I'm in, or it's going to be a little much for me. So I would like to have a whole guy with me.
Which is really interesting that you've already had that experience with Gillis at Sidwell. Gillis was he's a freshman now at Lehigh. He's a sophomore year. He's a sophomore now at Lehigh, but he was the starting point guard at Sidwell Frame who we transferred in, and he was a senior, and he just pushed Acaden, and he taught Acaden a lot about leadership. He taught a lot about poise and things like that. Whose personality do you feel like best aligns with you in terms of where you are now? Because you've had it both ways. You've had the coach that is cursed and screamed, and now you've got Eric, whose approach is a little bit different. But like, where do you fall in terms of like personality wise? Like who meshes? Who do you feel like you mesh with best right now?
I think I can do both. I think all three are fine, to be honest. I've seen all of them yell. I've seen them all. I didn't see Shy curse much. Obviously Hurley curses a lot. Who's Pope like? Pope doesn't curse, you know, so like it's not like Sing has his moments where he's yelling and everything, but most of the time, like, you know, he just talks to you, just wants the best for you. So I think I can do both coaches at this point, so I don't think one is better. But if I had to pick one, I'd probably go Hurley. Just always like yelling and stuff like that kind of keeps you locked now.
I knew you were gonna say that. I don't know why I knew that you actually feel it's like organized chaos for you.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Like, some people don't prefer that in coaching, but I don't know why I thought with you. I think because you're so even.
About the UConn situation, right? The UConn situation. Right now they've got Mod coming back. They've got Aiden Mahaney, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And Solo.
And Solo. Do you like that trio? Like you like that group?
Yeah, because only one is like an actual point guard, and that'll be Mod. I think Aiden's more like a combo, and then Solo's more like an actual two. So I don't think any of them are like real point guards. And then Darius Adams is also like a combo.
Yeah.
So like I can see myself playing with him.
No Solo, no Jaden Ross, no Pat, no Darren. Take those guys out the equation. Which program or which school did you enjoy being around the players most? Like, who were like, which players were nicest? Like, you know what I mean? Like, was there one particular school that stood out in that regard? Like, damn, I enjoyed being around those guys, or hanging out with those guys.
You want only my top three? You want in general, like all my visits?
No, you can go dinner.
Yeah.
Florida State.
You keep saying that.
Florida State's visit was a home run.
It's always Florida State. I ain't gonna lie. If it's about something like Florida State.
And that was your first visit, so that set a hell of a bar.
I still talk to them to this day.
Oh, really?
Yeah, bro. Florida State, man. Oh, it was perfect. Like I just said, it was basketball and stuff. Like we did basketball and everything, but like everything outside of basketball was it was so fun. And it was also my first visit ever. That was my first official. It was like right before my birthday. It was just a really good time. Like I really enjoyed myself. The players were cool. And like every night we kind of like, you know, like we didn't go out of Kentucky, and we hung out like every night. And like every day I was there, like we hung out. It wasn't even crazy. Like, we'd be just chilling in my hotel or something. It was just fun. Like, I really enjoyed that visit.
What was neat about Florida State though, which was really smart, is they brought Cam Ward and Cayenne on the same visit.
Mm-hmm.
So it was those three with the Florida State guys and FAMU right around the corner. You know what I mean? So
We were all together all weekend.
like literally, me, Mello, and Natea, Lala are all hanging out one night, and Acaden texts me in the tail like, yeah, like this is it. Like this is it. If everything aligned, whose style of play do you think best fits you?
Well, I can't speak on Duke because Duke is trying to change how they play. They want to play faster and everything, so I don't know. I can't tell you how Duke looks right now. Based off practice though, like I like what they're thinking, but their personnel kind of has to match up to that.
Yeah.
I did like Kentucky's practice. It just seems really free. It seems like everything's kind of like a decision. Like it's not play calls for real. They're kind of just like playing out of basic actions, just being like a good teammate, you know, cutting when to cut, like not trying to hold the ball or anything. So I liked how Kentucky played. And then UConn, like I think UConn's really smart. Like their offense is pretty like intricate, and they kind of move really well without the ball. They do creative things. So I'd probably go UConn and Kentucky just because I was to see Duke. Like I saw how Pope played at BYU, and I saw last year with UConn and the year before. So
That creative aspect. I hear you say that a lot. Like I feel like that matters to you.
yeah, like I would say UConn's more created through like the coaches, and players can still be creative, but like it's creativity from the coaches. I would say Pope in Kentucky is more like the players are the creative ones. Like you have a pretty basic offense, you have something continuously do, but you know, you could be creative in the offense, do your own thing. So
Yeah, I've heard you say that before too.
Let's just say that Kentucky's on track to have maybe 5 freshmen, right? Like Pope may get 5 freshmen if you go there. Does that concern you at all? The youth?
Talk to him. I think he only wants 4 freshmen. 1, and 2, because they bring back 5 returners. They say they bring in 4 freshmen and 5 returners, and then they get 3 from the portal.
Right.
Only a third of the team is actually a freshman, so yeah, I don't think so. I think how old the team is wouldn't really be. I mean, how young the team is wouldn't really be a problem. I actually think it'd be a majority older team, especially with 5 guys coming back from last year.
Right.
That are running businesses.
How many guys did you say when you got the boarding? 1 or 2?
3.
3?
5, 4, and 3, so 12.
Those Kentucky bitches were lights out.
Low key, it was Michigan for me. I like the Michigan video. I think it was like real family oriented too. Like Michigan was low key my favorite visit pictures, to be honest. But like just pure visit, like no like background info. Like we just look at it. Definitely Kentucky. You know, you kind of can't beat what they were kind of doing. But like just my favorite visit pictures in general would actually be Michigan, just because like Jay Lee got to come, you were there, Christina was around, and you know I got to see Team out. So I would say those pictures are my favorite.
You know, it was interesting when Carolina kind of came off the board. I asked Acaden, I said, would you have any interest in bringing Michigan back? And he was like, no, I'm cool with, you know, the options I have on the table. Because I do think that Dusty May's going to do really, really, really well in Michigan. And that style of play suits Acaden. You know what I mean? I really enjoyed the visit and the thoughtfulness that they put into the visit. So I actually asked him that, and he was like, oh, I'm cool with, you know, moving forward with those.
When we get done with this talk, are you gonna tell him? Are you gonna tell him too?
I don't really think I have one.
I can't take it, maybe.
That's funny, man.
But you feel like you're leaning, but it's not definite.
Yeah.
You think you'll know by the end of the week?
Like tomorrow. 2 days.
Like tomorrow?
2 days. That's a lot of time. 48 hours is a beef.
I feel like just putting stuff in the air always helps. You know, you get out some things you don't like, some things you do like about each school. And you think about different stuff. Like my dad asked some questions, my mom asked some questions. And I'm like, I never really thought about that. You know, like even about dorms and stuff. Like I didn't think about that because it's not too important to me, but it's just something else to win the equation. But honestly, yeah, like I kind of already started to get a feel where I think I was gonna end up. But you know, like conversations like this always help. Just to see like what my dad thinks. He's a good basketball mind, so I go to him a lot. A little bit more than my mom, of course, because she doesn't really understand as much. But you know, like my mom gets a good read on people, so I usually ask her more about like the coaches, what she thought, and then my dad more like the basketball stuff. So I think just talking about it as a family, seeing what they thought as well, just confirm or reaffirm what I thought already, or if it was something different. But you know, most of our stuff aligned, honestly, so that was just good to hear.